About this time, I was awarded my Oak Leaf Cluster for 18 air medals and 1 air medal for valor. Lots of medals. It was what we called Medal Day. Everyone in the company lined up in the dirt while an officer went around pinning medals on the combat air crews. I think sometimes even the maintenance guys received maybe bronze stars for meritorious service, but I really don't know. In Vietnam, the Air Medal represents 25 missions of combat assaults. If added up, I had 1 Air Medal that had 18 Oak Leaf Clusters. That adds up to 19 Air Medals or 475 combat assaults. I had been flying combat for 8 months, which accounts for 240 days. Too many combat assaults, but like I said, we always went where the action was in our area, and there was a lot of it. But I was very lucky. I think more than anything, it's what one feels and sees and hears and smells during these deadly combat assaults that sticks in the mind. At this time, I think I was the crew chief who had more time doing combat assaults than any other crew chief or gunner in the company, which included my time in the 116th Assault Helicopter Company in Cu Chi. That is why other crew chiefs and gunners considered me a good luck charm and would walk up to me and rub shoulders and laugh. I did get another Air Medal for Valor, but records for that and an Army Commendation Medal for Valor I cannot prove, as orders for those were lost in the Army shuffle. In fact, none of my medals showed up on my DD 214 discharge papers from the Army. The only reason I can prove the 19 Air Medals and the Air Medal for Valor is that I sent my orders for those medals home and my mom saved them. All these medals and orders never concerned me while I was in the Army. I really never thought about them. They were given to me by the Army Command, but in the end they did account for proof of combat, lots of combat. My best buddy Ray Hopkins from Grand Junction, Colorado, who was killed October 6, 1968 while flying with us, never received any medal except the Purple Heart medal his parents received. Most of the guys killed in Vietnam in combat never received any medals. I sort of despised the whole idea of giving out medals for that reason. The guys who really deserved them 9 times out of 10 never received one. All the guys who constantly came under enemy fire, all were heroes. I know I saw their acts of bravery every day, day after day, and officers who did nothing brave or never were in combat received medals because their fellow officers put them in for medals and other officers signed the orders. Buddy stuff between the officer corps because it would help them through the ranks in their careers. As the draftees die, the officers lie about things that never happened. Not all, but many. Also, I heard many times from veterans of World War II, Korea, and Vietnam that they received Silver Stars, Bronze Stars for Valor, and other medals, but could not prove that they received them. I told them it was a common thing. When in a combat situation, the Army is totally unorganized as far as paperwork goes. A colonel pins a medal on you because you saved 7 other soldiers in an act self-sacrifice and of bravery. Okay, now prove it many years later. Impossible in many cases, and possibly in most cases.